Welcome back, everyone. We are on our last read aloud for our curriculum for this week, and we're learning about our five senses this week. So we've read the story Senses at the Seashore. We read A Feast of the Senses, and now we're actually not going to read a story. We are going to read some poems. So poems are a little bit different in that they're shorter. Sometimes they rhyme. We're going to be talking about rhyming words today with our poems. And we're going to do three different poems. So let's start with our first one. Our first one is called I Smell Springtime. And that's kind of weird, huh? You don't normally hear people say, I smell springtime. But since we're talking about our five senses, let's see if we can figure out what they're smelling that tells them that it's springtime. All right, I'm going to read it, and then we're going to go back and we're going to talk about rhyming words and what they're smelling. I smell springtime. I don't have to look around. There's no need to hear a sound. I know spring is everywhere. My nose smells it in the air. I smell blue skies, fresh and clean, and the new grass, soft and green. I smell blossoms on the trees, sweet as honey in the breeze. I can smell each pearl pink bud and the goo of springtime mud. Take a deep breath, you'll know too. Spring is here for me and you. All right, so this character in our story, maybe it's this boy in the picture, the character was smelling things that told him that it was springtime. What were some of the things that he smelled? So it started with the blue sky, so it smells very fresh air out there, right? And then he smelled new grass. Yeah, I know what the smell of grass smells like, especially when it's growing in the spring, or maybe when someone's just mowed it. You can smell that smell of grass. Do you smell the smell of grass in the winter? Not usually. The grass isn't really growing in the winter, is it? So when you start smelling grass again, you know it's springtime. The blossoms on the trees, those little flowers that are on trees, those usually smell really good. Buds on flowers and on trees. And you can also smell, when it's rainy, you can smell that mud. So all of those were things that he smelled that told him it was springtime. All right, let's talk about words that rhyme. Words that rhyme are different at the beginning, but they have the same sound at the end of the word, right? So you change the beginning sound, but the end sound is the same. So like Vaughn, con, or chair, bear, cat, bat. Those words are rhyming words. So I'm going to read a couple lines from our poem, and I want you to tell me the words that rhyme. I smell blue skies, fresh and clean, and the new grass, soft and green. What word rhymed with clean? Clean, green, right? I smell blue skies, fresh and clean, and the new grass, soft and green. So clean starts with a cl and ends with een. Cl, een. Green starts with a gr and also ends with een. So they both end with een. Cl, een, gr, een. Clean, green. They're rhyming words. Let's do one more from that poem. I can smell each pearl pink bud and the goo of springtime mud. What word rhymes with bud? Bud, mud. Mud in the poem rhymes with bud. So bud, mud. They both end with ud. So they rhyme. Bud, mud. Good. All right, let's go to our next poem and see what this one's about. Ooh, this poem is called The Taste of Purple. That's weird. Purple, the color, has a taste? If you had to guess, what would purple taste like? Maybe look at this picture. Yeah, purple might taste like grape. When you get something that's purple, sometimes it tastes like grapes. So taste of purple. Grapes hang purple in their bunches, ready for September lunches. Gather them, no minutes wasting. Purple is delicious tasting. All right. So Did they actually taste the color purple, or what were they tasting? Yep, like we had predicted, they were tasting grapes in this story. All right, this story had some rhyming words too. Let me read the first couple lines. Grapes hang purple in their bunches, ready for September lunches. What word rhymes with bunches? Bunches, lunches. Those two words rhyme. Bunches, lunches. And then let me read the next couple lines. Gather them, no minutes wasting. Purple is delicious tasting. What rhymes with wasting? Wasting, tasting. Good. So it's what? Asting to asting. So they both end with asting. Good job on that one. The Taste of Purple. That one's kind of a fun poem. All right, we have one more poem. This poem is just called Rain. So let's see what kind of sense they're using. We used the sense of smell and our sense of taste so far. So let's see what sense they're using in the story Rain. Plink, plink, plink. The rain sounds like a violin. Boom, boom, boom. The thunder is a deep trombone. Let me read that one more time. Plink, plink, plink. The rain sounds like a violin. Boom, boom, boom. The thunder is a deep trombone. What sense were they using in this poem? Good, they were talking about sounds. So what sense do we use for sounds? Our sense of hearing. Good job. Does this poem have rhyming words? Plink, plink, plink. The rain sounds like a violin. I don't hear any rhyming words there. Boom, boom, boom. The thunder is a deep trombone. And I don't hear any rhyming words there. But poems don't have to rhyme, but sometimes they do. But this one doesn't have any rhyming words. All right, I enjoyed talking about our 5 senses this week with our read-alouds. We learned a lot. We had 2 nonfiction stories, Senses at the Seashore and A Feast of the Senses. If they're nonfiction, are they pretend or real? They're real. Nonfiction is real. And then we got to read some poems, which was our first time this year reading some poems. So awesome job this week.